Welcome to the T-Level Healthcare Science Bitesize Recording. Join us as we delve into the essential aspects of extended response questions, or ERQs, and quality of written communication, or QWC, in the T-Level Healthcare Science exams. Get ready to explore top tips for effective answering ERQs, understanding the Chief Examiner's key takeaways, and discover strategies for success. All information provided is correct as of April 24 and may not reflect future changes to guidance documents. Please always review the most up-to-date guidance. So to begin, understanding ERQs. So ERQs are not mere questions, they are gateways to deeper understanding and critical thinking. We'll explore the purpose and types of ERQs, preparing students to tackle them with confidence. To succeed in ERQs, it is vital to understand the AOs and the role of QWC. We'll dissect these components and unveil their significance in achieving top marks. Answering ERQs effectively requires more than just knowledge. It demands strategic thinking and effective communication. We'll share top tips and techniques to help you navigate ERQs with ease and precision. We'll also explore how the marking criteria provides a framework for assessing ERQ responses. We'll explore key takeaways from the Chief Examiner reports. So ever wondered what the Chief Examiner looks for in ERQ responses? We'll unravel the marking criteria and outline the Chief Examiner's key takeaways. And finally, theory meets practice as we explore example ERQs together. Through real-world scenarios, you'll have the opportunity to explore how students can apply their knowledge and hone the ERQ skills. So let's dive in. Navigating and understanding ERQs in T-level exams. These questions are not just about recalling facts, they require a deeper level of understanding. Let's decode their purpose and explore the various types. So extended response questions are a crucial aspect of T-level exams. These questions are not merely about recalling facts, they're designed to assess students' ability to think critically and deeply about the subject matter. ERQs serve a specific purpose. They go beyond rote memorization and challenge students to analyse, evaluate and summarise information. By doing so, they assess students' higher-order thinking skills, which are essential for success in further education and the workplace. So there are various types of ERQs that students might encounter. They might align to one specific or multiple, depending on the command words. Analytical ERQs will present students with scenarios or case studies, prompting students to provide reasoned arguments or solutions. Evaluative ERQs will require students to weigh different perspectives or theories within the subject area and justify their opinions. Applicative ERQs will ask students to apply their knowledge to real-world situations and explain the potential implications or outcomes. Comparative ERQs will task students with comparing and contrasting different theories, methodologies, or approaches. Finally, significance ERQs will prompt students to discuss the significance or relevance of certain concepts or ideas within the subject. So in summary, mastering ERQs is not just about knowing the content, it's about being able to think critically and analyse information effectively and communicate students' understanding clearly. So in exams, assessment objectives or AOs guide the assessment process, progressing from foundational knowledge to higher order thinking skills. So in exams, assessment objectives or AOs guides the assessment process. Let's break down each AO. AO1 objective focuses on acquiring and demonstrating foundational knowledge in healthcare science. Students are expected to grasp key concepts, theories and principles within the field. With AO2, students are required to apply their knowledge to different situations and contexts within healthcare science. This involves practical application of theoretical concepts to real-world scenarios. And the highest level of assessment, AO3, emphasises critical thinking and evaluations. Students analyse information, draw conclusions, and make informed judgments about healthcare science issues, demonstrating their ability to address individual needs effectively. Understanding these assessment objectives helps prepare students effectively As mentioned earlier, it helps them progress from understanding foundational knowledge to applying and critically evaluating concerns and concepts within healthcare science contexts. Paper A and Paper B have distinct mark allocations for AOs and quality of written communication. So you have AO1s and AO3s, which vary between the 25 to 29 marks for AO1 and 36 to 39 marks. So that's around about your 13 to 20% of the total marks for paper A, with AO2 around about the 40 to 48 marks. So more weighting goes toward those AO2s. That's total marks of 122. Quality written communication is worth 12 marks. For paper B, again, it's the same sort of weightings with AO1 and AO3 having around about that 13 to 20% weighting, with a slightly higher weighting towards AO2s with 38 to 42 marks. Again, the quality of written communication is worth 12 marks for paper B. So the combined total marks for both papers is 234 marks. Quality written communication contributes to 24 marks in total. So understanding this breakdown helps students effectively allocate their time and effort across different components of the examination. Let's explore these further. So QWC is assessed based on several criteria. Let's explore the mark descriptors. So the top mark, 3 marks, this indicates that the answer is clearly expressed and well structured. Grammar rules are used effectively with a wide range of appropriate technical terms utilised. For 2 marks, in this case, the answer is generally clear and sufficiently structured. There is a good level of control over grammar and technical terms are used effectively, albeit with a slightly narrower range. For 1 marks, the answer lacks some clarity and may be poorly structured. Grammar rules are somewhat controlled and technical terms are used, though the range may be limited. And finally, 0 marks can be awarded. This mark signifies that either no answer is provided or the material presented is not creditworthy. Alternatively, the answer may be fragmented, unstructured, and contain inappropriate use of technical terms, with severe errors in grammar hindering overall meaning. So let's summarise QWCs and how they play a vital role. QWCs evaluate clarity, coherence, and the effective expression of understanding. It ensures the responses are comprehensive and well presented. This includes clarity, structure, grammar, and appropriate use of technical terms. Clear and concise expression, logical organisation, accurate grammar, and relevant terminology all contributes to effective communication. As we have seen, QWC is assessed on a scale from 0 to 3, with descriptors evaluating clarity, grammar usage, structure, and technical term appropriateness. These descriptors provide guidance on the level of effectiveness in a written communication. A high QWC mark significantly enhances the overall quality of the response. It improves readability, coherence, and credibility, thus positively influencing the examiner's assessment of the answer. So let's explore this breakdown a little more. So paper A and paper B both have ERQs in it. However, we're going to explore a sample from paper B, where the students will encounter 4 extended response questions, each contributing to the overall mark. So let's break this down. QWC is allocated 12 marks, comprising 100% of the QWC for this paper. AO1 accounts for 13 marks, representing approximately 52% of the total marks for the AO1. AO2 carries 13 marks, making up approximately 30% of the total marks for the AO2 for this paper. And AO3 is also worth 13 marks, again comprising approximately 38% of the total marks for AO3. So in total, paper B ERQs offer 51 marks out of 112, equating up to approximately 45% of the total marks available for this paper. Understanding this breakdown can help students allocate their time and effort effectively across different components of the exam. So in summary, EOs are crucial for success in exams. EOs progress from foundational knowledge to higher order thinking skills, assessing various aspects of students' understanding. QWC plays a vital role in effectively conveying ideas. It is assessed based on clarity, structure, grammar, and technical term usage, impacting overall performance significantly. ERQs require students to demonstrate the understanding across EOs and QWC. Understanding the breakdown of marks aids in effective exam preparation and time allocation, ensuring students can effectively manage their exam strategy. So mastering ERQs requires more than just knowing the content. It's about effectively communicating students' understanding. So here are some top tips, including QWC. Firstly, understanding the question is key. Take time to dissect the question, identify key terms, and understand what's being asked. Next, plan a response before diving into writing. Outline main points and the structure of the answer to ensure clarity and coherence. When it comes to QWC, clarity is paramount. Use clear and concise language and structure the response with an introduction, main body, and conclusion. Support points with evidence and examples, whether it's theories, case studies, or real-world examples. Backing up arguments strengthens the response. Engage in critical thinking and analysis. Evaluate different perspectives, theories, or implications of the points to demonstrate depth of understanding. And lastly, review and edit response. Check for clarity, coherence, and relevance, and edit for grammar. Take time to refine the answer can significantly enhance the quality.
Let's go through the structure of an ERQ in order to support in effectively answering extended response questions. This is an example question from a sample paper. When writing ERQs, the following approach is taken. Number 1, start with the specification points to be covered. These will form the AO1 points in the indicative content. The application of these will form the basis of the AO2 points. These are often referred to in the question. Number 2, the STEM will have information in the form of a scenario, data, diagram, or table for the students to link or apply their AO1 knowledge. In this question, students will refer to the results found in the TLC chromatograms and link this to the benefits of using other purification techniques. Number 3, there is then often a statement or a conclusion given to allow the students to cover the AO3 skills required, for example, analysis or evaluation. In this question, the intention of the scientist to perform column chromatography is stated. The students will need to decide whether this would be beneficial based upon the results given in Figure 10, and link this to the AO1 and AO2 points they've already provided. Note that for evaluate questions, we look for a balanced argument, so students are expected to give both positives and negatives and a conclusion. If a student understands the way ERQs are generally structured, then they are more likely to understand the detail required in their response. For example, an AO1 point might be stating that thin layer chromatography is used to separate non-volatile mixtures based on their affinity for a mobile or stationary phase. The AO2 point might refer to Figure 10 and state that solvent 1 has separated the mixture into 3 different compounds. However, solvent 2 has only separated out 2 different compounds. Finally, the AO3 point might link the information above to the benefits of using column chromatography as a next step. For example, since the 2 solvents tested have both separated out a different number of compounds, the scientists could test other solvents for better separation and possibly more spots before attempting other techniques. The best responses from students clearly link AO1 to AO2 to AO3. They have the level of detail shown in the example and clearly demonstrate how the specification content links to the scenario in the STEM. ERQs are not marked point by point, But as a general rule, if a student makes 2 or 3 well-linked paragraphs like the example above, they are likely to be placed in the highest band for a 9+3 QWC mark question. If a student links points as shown, then they are also likely to achieve the QWC marks as well as the content marks. Understanding how the marking criteria is applied may help students to structure their answers. Marking guidance for ERQs can be found on pages 2 and 3 of all core paper mark schemes. ERQ mark schemes consist of a marking grid with band-based descriptors along with indicative content. A response should be marked holistically, but you might first identify any points that are creditworthy by using the indicative content. Indicative content is reflective of a response that may be given by a student and is closely aligned with the specification. The AO2 and AO3 points often link together and then further link to a couple of AO1 points. Points that are technically correct and relevant to the scenario, but are not a direct match to the points in the indicative content can be credited. For example, a student may refer to other types of analytical technique, like mass spectrometry, in their response to this question. This would be relevant and technically accurate, therefore credited. A response should be marked holistically. Read the student response as a whole and decide which band the AO1 technical content identified fits into. Do the same for AO2 and AO3 content. A best fit approach is then applied. For example, the highlighted boxes show that a response covers AO1 content which is accurate and detailed, but AO2 and AO3 content that is mostly effective and relevant. In this situation, the response would be put into band 2, as this is where most of the response is being placed, but award a higher mark within the band to reflect the AO1 content reaching band 3. This is likely to achieve 6 marks so far. All responses are marked for the benefit of the student wherever possible. Finally, we would decide where in the grid the quality of written communication should be placed. In much the same way as before, read the answer as a whole first, decide on a mark, then add this mark to the 6 marks awarded in the previous slide.
So now let's explore key takeaways from the Chief Examiner on ERQs. These expectations serve as guidelines for students to excel in their responses. So beginning with understanding of concepts. ERQs require students to demonstrate a thorough understanding of key concepts, theories and principles relevant to the question. It's essential to showcase a solid foundation of knowledge in the subject matter. Students are expected to showcase their critical thinking skills by analysing information, evaluating different perspectives or arguments, and demonstrating a logical approach to problem solving. Practical application of theoretical knowledge is crucial in ERQs. Students should be able to apply their understanding to real-world scenarios, demonstrating the relevance and applicability of their knowledge. Clear and coherent communication is essential in ERQs. Students should articulate their ideas clearly using appropriate terminology and structure to convey their understanding effectively. ERQs often require students to delve into complex issues and provide insightful analysis. It is important to demonstrate the ability to explore different viewpoints and offer well-supported conclusions. Students should be able to synthesize information from various sources, integrating ideas to develop a comprehensive and well-rounded argument in their response. Providing evidence, examples, or data to support arguments is key in ERQs. Students should justify their reasoning with sound rationale and logical explanations. It's essential to maintain relevance and focus in ERQ responses, addressing the question prompt directly and avoiding tangents or irrelevant information. Responses should be presented in a clear, organised and coherent manner with logical structure that facilitates understanding for the reader. Proficiency in QWC including written communication skills, grammar, spelling, punctuation, and overall presentation, is crucial to ensure the response is well received by the examiner. By meeting these expectations, students can excel in ERQs and demonstrate their comprehensive understanding and analytical abilities effectively. So what's our key takeaways from this session? ERQs are gateways to deeper understanding and critical thinking, requiring analysis, evaluation, and synthesis of information across various types of questions. Grasping assessment objectives and the role of QWC is vital for achieving top marks in ERQs. Effective answering of ERQs demand strategic thinking, application of knowledge, and clear communication. Tips and techniques will empower students to navigate ERQs with confidence. Marking criteria provide a framework for assessing ERQ responses, ensuring fairness and consistency in evaluation. Understanding the chief examiner's key takeaways aids students in meeting and exceeding assessment criteria, leading to higher performance. Theory meets practice. Exploring example ERQs, applying student knowledge and honing skills in real-world scenarios all support student outcomes. Your feedback on the recording is invaluable. Please take a moment to scan the QR code and share your thoughts. Your input helps us improve and tailor future content to better meet your needs. Thank you for watching, and I hope this has unlocked the secrets to mastering ERQs and will support elevating student performance in the T-level healthcare science exams.